It started with a notification, just a simple ping from Weverse. But what followed would send waves through the entire BTS fandom and leave armies across the world stunned, emotional, and asking, what's really going on with Jungkook and Taehyung? 30 minutes ago, something happened that no one saw coming. A seemingly ordinary Weverse live from Taehyung quickly turned into something else entirely, something that pierced deeper than words. And not long after, Jungkook, usually the embodiment of composure and calm, was seen wiping away tears, his face heavy with an emotion that couldn't be masked. Fans were left breathless. What did Taehyung say? Why did Jungkook cry? And is this a sign of something much bigger happening behind the scenes in BTS? Let's go back. Back to where it all began. It was late evening in Seoul. Taehyung went live on Weverse, just like he had done countless times before. But this time, something felt different. His expression was calm, but there was a weight in his eyes. He greeted fans with a soft smile, spoke about music, life, and the little moments in between. But then, the mood shifted. Taehyung paused, hesitated, and looked away from Theus. The hours passed after the live ended. Social media exploded. Clips of Jungkook's tearful moment began circulating, fans analyzing his expression, his tone, even the silence. Some fans speculated it was exhaustion. Others were convinced it was a deeper emotional wound, perhaps connected to his relationship with Taehyung or something bigger behind the scenes. What added even more tension was the complete silence from hybe. No statement, no clarification, no acknowledgement. And for ARMY, silence often speaks the loudest. But what if this moment isn't about conflict? What if it's about growth? It's easy to forget that these young men, who've grown up in front of cameras, under the expectations of millions, are still figuring out how to express themselves in the midst of chaos. Jungkook, once the shy magne, has become a global superstar. And Taehyung, the ever-mysterious soul, continues to carry the weight of both art and emotion in everything he does. Both of them are evolving. As artists, as men, as friends, maybe this tearful moment wasn't the sign of a rift, but of a bond being tested and strengthened by the trials of time and distance. Think about it. BTS isn't just one of the most successful music groups in history, they're a family. And every family faces moments like this. Moments when emotions overflow, moments when words aren't enough, moments when a tear says more than any explanation could. What we saw from Jungkook may not be a breakdown. It might be a breakthrough. A moment of honesty. A moment of deep connection. A moment that tells us, hey, I'm still human. I still feel. I still care. And it's those moments that make BTS so real, so different, so unforgettable. Meanwhile, Taehyung's words continue to echo across the fandom. Sometimes, holding on means letting go a little, not to lose, but to breathe. It's a line that fans have tattooed on their hearts. Whether it was about Jungkook, himself, or the weight of everything surrounding BTS right now, we may never know for sure, but we felt it, and maybe that's enough, because BTS has never been about perfection. They've always been about truth. And sometimes, the truth isn't pretty, it's messy, emotional, and full of questions. But it's what makes them real. In the following hours, fans began trending supportive hashtags. Hashtag We Love You Jungkook, hashtag Taehyung We Hear You, hashtag BTS Forever messages poured in from all over the world. Argentina, India, South Korea, the United States, Brazil, the Philippines. Fans shared personal stories of struggle, of friendship, of holding on to someone even when life pulls you in different directions. It became clear, Jungkook's tear wasn't just his. It belonged to all of us. Taehyung's silence wasn't cold, it was comforting. A space for everyone to feel something they couldn't explain. And in that moment, the BTS ARMY became more than just a fan base. It became a sanctuary. Still, questions remain. Will Jungkook speak again? Will Taehyung follow up on his message? Will hybe address the growing concerns about the group's direction, or remain silent? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. Tonight's emotional exchange reminded the world why BTS isn't just 7 idols on a stage. They are symbols of connection, vulnerability, and the strength it takes to be open, even when it hurts, even when it's confusing, even when there are no easy Answers. So, what happens next? As the members continue down their solo paths, moments like this become more important than ever. It reminds us that no matter how far they go physically, creatively, emotionally, they're still bound by a history deeper than words. And ARMY, too, plays a role in that. We don't just consume their content. We carry their message. We reflect their emotions. We grow alongside them. This is your moment. 2.to stand by Jungkook, not for what he does on stage, but for the quiet courage he showed in letting us see him. CRY.to stand by Taehyung, not for his visuals or his talent, but for the quiet strength he showed in speaking from the heart. And to stand by BTS, not just in their victories, but in their most vulnerable hours. If this moment moved you, if it made you pause and think, if it reminded you that even stars need support, don't let it fade away. Let your voice be heard. Leave a message of support. Share your story. Be part of this moment, because BTS is still writing their story. And so are we. Together. As the dust began to settle, one truth remained. This wasn't just about a moment caught on camera. It was a reflection of everything BTS has been through and everything they're still facing. For over a decade, Jungkook and Taehyung have shared stages, hotel rooms, practice studios, and countless flights. They've laughed, fought, cried, and grown together under a pressure most of us could never imagine. Fame, expectation, and global attention can do strange things to friendships. But through it all, their bond has been undeniable. Yet now, with members slowly entering their military service, pursuing solo careers, and carving their own identities, even the closest connections can be tested. Fans who have followed tsekook from the beginning, through their playful V-lives, backstage hugs, and candid moments, know that what we saw tonight isn't just drama. It's personal. The reason Jungkook's tear hit so hard isn't just because he cried. It's because it came after Taehyung chose to speak his truth. Even in his usual cryptic, poetic style, Taehyung rarely opens that emotional door so wide. But when he did, Jungkook's reaction felt immediate, raw, and real. It tells us something deep is happening. And maybe, just maybe, they're trying to show us that they're navigating this too. That fame doesn't protect them from pain. That friendship, even the strongest kind, has moments of silence, confusion, and healing. And maybe that's the real story here. Not a breakup, not a feud, not a PR stunt, but a powerful reminder that even in their quietest, most vulnerable moments, BTS still speaks to us, still connects with us, because we've all been there, haven't we? Trying to hold on to someone while also giving them space, trying to understand silence, trying to figure out if distance means something's changed, or if it's just temporary. And that's the power of BTS. They don't just perform, they mirror the emotional struggles we all face. That's why tonight's events feel so heavy, so personal, so unforgettable. As of now, there's still no official word from Jungkook, Taehyung, or hybe. And maybe we won't get one. Maybe what was shared tonight was all that needed to be said. A look. A few words. A single tear. But ARMY sees. ARMY hears. ARMY feels. And whether you believe in taekook or not, whether you think this was planned or spontaneous, there's no denying the emotional truth behind it. Tonight, BTS reminded us why they matter, why they're different, why they're not just idols. They're storytellers. And sometimes, the most powerful stories are told without choreography, without lights, without stage effects, just a camera, a screen, and a truth that reaches across oceans. So if your heart feels a little heavier tonight, know that you're not alone. Millions of fans are right there with you, wondering, hoping, supporting, and maybe, just maybe, that's exactly what Jungkook and Taehyung needed to feel, too.